welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time since I've done my light changing resin sculptures. I think it was video 73 when I probably only had, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers, and now I have many more subscribers. So probably maybe some of you have seen that, and maybe that's why you now subscribe, but probably a lot of you didn't ever see that. So I'm going to do 2 more, and those were in the early days, and maybe my tutorials weren't as concise as they have become, and I've got better at it. So I'm going to explain things that I've had a lot of questions on. So the plastic I use is this really thick painter's plastic that you get in rolls from the hardware store, and it comes in rolls like this. It's really thick, and I guess decorators use it to cover floors, as opposed to this kind of thin stuff that you could use to cover furniture. Can use this. Resin does peel off this, but it's a lot more wrinkly. This is just more sturdy, easier to use, and you can use a hairdryer or iron out the wrinkles. But to be honest, because I'm going to drape these over an object like a vase or a bottle, I'm not worried about the wrinkles. This one just happens to have no wrinkles in it. I used a hairdryer to soften the wrinkles on this. I've mixed my resin, and I'm just going to add a tiny bit of the resin to the shells and the stones. So remember, I'm doing 2 ends of the spectrum. I'm doing the ocean and the farm. So this was a request I had from a lady, and her son lives by the ocean, and they live on a farm, so she felt like the ocean wouldn't be appropriate for her. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a tiny, like 1 drop of Bombay ink aqua to the shells, like literally 1 drop. And you may not notice it, but it just will add like a really subtle difference. Spread these around the outside. I've already got some bigger shells placed. I'm going to place these, and these are going to have color changing light bases underneath them. And it's been, as I said in the beginning, a long time since I've done color changing light bases, so I'm trying to do it much more descriptively. And I think before what I did was I just like sprinkled everything around and then just waited the time and then placed them over their bases. This time I am mixing it with resin first, and then I'm going to wait the time. This time the resin I'm using this is Stone Coat's Art Coat resin, which is a little thicker and tends to hold the pieces that are heavier and is less drippy. It's built for, you know, countertops, although this is their Art Coat resin. So if you can see, there's a little bit of blue tint in the resin, which will be barely visible, but when the color changing lights are underneath, you will really see it and it'll be really pretty. And then intermittently I have got some bigger shells. Let's pour some resin in the middle. I've got 2 to do, so if need be I might mix up some more resin and just come back and add more to both. It's been about 4 hours and sorry, it's really sunny. Well, I shouldn't apologise for the sun. It's beautiful and sunny. Yay! And I am going to place one over this bottle. Which is going to be the Pebbles. And then this one I'm going to place over this square vase. I like the square, how the square ones turn out actually. So let me move this out the way. I want to get you right in the frame. And place this over the top. Don't stick on yourself. See? This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And this one will definitely need a petri dish, which will be cute because I will fill the petri dish with stones. So let me move this out the way. As you can see, it's still quite sticky. I just want to move that out the way and get the bottle in position so you can see it. And place this over the top. And there. So I've definitely decided that I have one favorite resin for doing my resin sculptures. Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to put you on a bit of an angle so you can see. Sometimes if I put you straight above, you can't really see what's going on. Anyway, these seem like they came out perfectly. So let's begin with this one. Take it off its form. And let's take plastic out. There's definitely some flashing that I'm going to have to cut off. But that's an easy job. Plastic's coming out very easily. And over the next few days, these get harder and harder. Gets a little bit stuck in the folds. That's okay. At this point, you can still kind of manipulate the folds because it's slightly flexible. Anyway, that plastic came out really, really well. And yeah, flashing. So let's get some scissors and we'll just cut off the flashing. And you can be extreme with the flashing if you want. You could take a heated up X-Acto knife and where's my X-Acto knife? I have a hot X-Acto knife. You could go into the forms of the shells and make it like kind of really rocky if you wanted to, which is actually quite nice. If you do that, you can go around the form of the shells like that, which I might do later, but for this purpose I'm just showing you cutting off flashing in a simple form. Take the plastic off this one. I think this one might be interesting standing in. I don't know if that's deep enough though. So let's move this out the way. And let's take the plastic out of this. This one's really interesting. I've not done one with Pebbles before, so I think this is going to be really cute. And again, this is got a lot of folds in it, but because it's still fairly pliable, we're not really stuck. And you see there's lots of flashing to cut off here. Not an issue. If you left this for several days, that's a whole different ball game. It really begins to set up, and you're going to give yourself a lot more issues. So, come on, last, there we go. See, that comes out beautifully. That's gorgeous. So I think I'm going to put this in a Petri with lots of rocky pebbles. More flashing there. They're both finished. I know the lighting isn't great. I could put on my 2 daylights, but I actually wanted to finish the video in a little bit of darkness because I want to show you the light changing bases, and I've got some really fancy ones going with these two. Let me see if I can excuse the scratchy noises. Scratchy noises. There. Got these fancy new lights. Let me lift them up. Anyway, so let me take, so this one I put in a Petri dish, and let me peel this off. Comes off lovely jubbly. But if you can see there at the bottom, I left a hole because I want the colour changing lights to shine up it. And bring you up, you can see all the stones around in the base. It's quite heavy, this one. And I did a very, very, very subtle green, very subtle green on the outside of this one. And then the shell one is much lighter. And I did this over a square form. It has a subtle aqua tint to it. This doesn't need to go in a Petri. And now I want to show you the colour changing bases. So these are going to be sold. I have a lady, these were a commission piece. She wanted this one for her son and this one for herself because her and her husband don't live by the sea, they live in the countryside. So I thought Pebbles would be nice, and she thought that too. So these are going to be sold with slightly different bases. These are remote control bases. Normally oh poop, I just knocked something over. Oh well, things happen. I normally sell my color changing sculptures with these, and they just change color by themselves, and that's very nice too, if you can see that happening. Anyway, they're very nice, but I don't have any of those left. So these come with the remote control, and here's the remote control. Let me move this further apart. So you turn them on, and then you have the option of what color you want, red or green or blue or white. You can flash, so it will flash through all different colors. You can do like different kinds of transitions, fade. So there's strobe, fade, smooth. Well, to me, that doesn't look that smooth. Yellow, different kind of blues, orange, purple. Anyway, I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to turn my daylights off so you can see what they look like. And my daylight's off. Let's do the pebble one. And it fits perfectly. It's a 4-inch base. So let's do that. Oh, just pull you more into the picture. And the white one's really nice, makes it shine. Let's do some green. And let's swap it over for the beachy one. So cool. And they either are run by batteries or they can be charged up using this cord to your phone charger. And then, so they're basically chargeable. Anyway, let's take them somewhere nicer so you can see. And then you can turn them on or off with the remote. So there you go, some more color changing resin sculptures, one in stone and one with shells. And I hope you liked it. There was a little more explanation this time than video 73 and a slightly different light base. So thank you so much for watching. Don't hesitate to contact me in the comments below if you want one custom made with these remote control light bases, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!